Hello everyone, hi, hope you're all well. This is the second video that I promised to do for you. And this is all about forgiveness of the self. So I've talked about before about when you've sort of been doing your clearing and your healing of past experiences to forgive others, okay, that may have been within that experience of life, to forgive them as well as yourself, to be able to move forward and let go of all those sort of lower energies, vibrations within that experience. This is slightly different and probably something that we don't really think about, because when we sort of think about forgiveness to self, we think about, as I say, within sort of like a situation. So maybe the situation was some argument that you had, maybe there was a big breakup that you had to learn from, and maybe you said within that breakup some very hurtful things to somebody. Heat of the moment, you know, we've all done it. And you're probably sort of like thinking that, well, yes, you forgive yourself as well. You forgive yourself for the things that, you know, that you've said to another person or maybe done to another person. You maybe forgive yourself for letting somebody else treat you in that way. You may forgive yourself for talking down about yourself. You know, you look in the mirror, oh, the state of you, oh, you know, I look this, I look that, I'm not good enough, and all that. So you may feel like you need to forgive yourself for those things. And as I've talked about before, this is slightly different. This is something that we probably don't really think about forgiving ourselves. And this is about how we treat our bodies. Okay. So we go through life, and we have all these things, don't we, in life to tempt us, and sometimes it's maybe not the best for our bodies. Because don't forget, our bodies are our vehicle for this spirit, our spirit, to come here and experience all these wonderful things. It's what we're here for. But we forget, don't we? We just sort of think, especially when we're younger, we think, oh, you know, we're invincible, our bodies will last forever. Old age and death is so far away, we don't think about it. In those sort of times, we start to try different things and really start to actually abuse our bodies. It could be like smoking. Okay, so we all know smoking is bad for us, and I'm not putting any blame on anyone for doing anything or any shame. You know, these are the things that are out there. These are the things as well to experience, you know, so we maybe have come here to experience certain things through smoking, drugs, drinking alcohol. And I'm talking sort of like abuse, not just like the one or two. Now and again, I'm talking like sort of quite an abusive sort of state of it. Food as well, and sort of bad foods as well. You know, we're talking bad sort of foods, and I don't need to go into telling you what bad foods are. Even sex, you know, with relationships, and maybe sort of in that way you haven't honoured your body in those sexual relationships. Maybe you've self-harmed as well. And maybe you've been deliberately putting yourself in danger or dangerous situations. Okay, so we can all go through, you know, these different things that can come into our lives, and yes, they are there for us to experience, but we don't think, do we, what damage that could be doing to our bodies. You know, so now is the time where we've got to think about all those months, years that we have done sort of like harm maybe to our bodies through experiencing these different different things, you know, sort of coming up, coming in. Maybe sort of certain people got you into something. That was an experience. So what we sort of like have to learn here is we should be actually honouring the body, the human body that we have been given for this experience in this spirit's sort of lifetime here. And we need to sort of say sorry to the body, and not just the sort of body we can see on the outside, but the inner side as well, all the organs as well that maybe have gone through really hard times trying to keep your body going and healthy and alive because of sort of the abuse that you've given your body over the, as I say, months or maybe years. It's time to sort of say sorry. I'm sorry that, I did not realise at that time what I was actually doing. I have been through that experience and I have learned. I am sorry I treated you that way. And then forgive, okay? Forgive yourself, because you've just been having those experiences. But we need to say that sorry, okay, to ourselves. We need to forgive ourselves for what we have done to our bodies over the years. We are now in a new place of understanding. So step forward now as sort of like that higher vibration and sort of think, yes, I remember a time where I was going through some bad things in my life and I needed such and such, or I thought I needed such and such to get me through. Maybe you did, and that's fine. And it got you through. And now, you can sort of say, well, actually, I don't really need that anymore. Or maybe you've given up certain things now. Or maybe you're still doing some things that maybe you sort of think, well, do I really need this anymore? This is sort of like a 3D trap, if you like, being sort of attached to those lower vibrations of, things like smoking and drinking and the food and everything. That can sort of keep you in a lower vibration. And a lot of all of the time, to be honest, these things will come into our lives when we are in those lower experiences. So the quicker we can clear those experiences, then we won't have the attachments of these abusive things that are coming in as well with it. So I hope that makes sense to you. Have a think about it. Just stop and sort of think, okay, when was the times that I did like any of these things? I need to say sorry. I need to say sorry to my body, to the organs that are trying to keep me alive, for putting them through that. And I'm sorry. And forgive yourself, okay? We're just having an experience, but just acknowledge that you need that forgiveness for yourself as well as, the actions and the verbal sort of things that you may have said and the talking down of yourself. It's the action of the inner body as well. So I'm just putting that forward to you because it does make you think, actually, when you sort of think back and you think, oh gosh, yeah, I did this, and oh, that was pretty bad. Oh God, my poor body. I am so sorry. Okay, so just have a think about that, okay? And I'll leave it there. So I shall see you soon. So have a lovely day, and with my love from my heart. Bye-bye.